When it comes to rest, God is like, you're going to rest when I tell you to rest. God is like, you got to work for me first. And you're going to rest when I tell you to rest. I know you need your sleep, but you're going to rest when I tell you to rest. God is always talking to me, always doing shadow work within me, keeping me aligned, balanced. You see this? You see that? Oh, you can't see that ring. But I have 3. This is balance. He always keeping me balanced. You have the masculine side, feminine, and this is overall balance. When you see this overall balance, it's usually a priestess or a priest, overall balance. And you don't even have to be a priest or priestess to have overall balance. But you do have to be tapped in to have overall balance. So I wake up sometimes. All this energy I get, I have bad anxiety. I have severe anxiety, and whew, it helps me to get on here and talk to you, fam. So I want to tell y'all a story, because what better way to speak your truth than coming here? So I'm going to speak my truth about this. I'm going to tell you how friends can be so shysty, okay? And it all started with a boy. It's always a boy, right? Or a girl. And when it's boys, like, it's always a boy. I was friends with this girl since kindergarten. We ended up moving across from each other, and when we were 10, but I knew her since kindergarten. That was my best friend forever, I used to say. I didn't think anybody could stop us from being friends. I was always a little dingy and silly, right? So she was considered to be smart, because I'm over here dingy and silly. I like to make people laugh, but they're looking at her like she's smart. She's smart. So they're not seeing who she really is. She was hiding behind the shadows the whole time. And anytime anything happened, my family always blames it on me, okay? If it's someone coming against me, they're going to take their side and not my side. I don't care what it is. They don't care to hear my side. The other person is always right and I'm wrong. So I didn't want to tell my mom what happened. She come picking me up from school one day. I did not want to tell her what happened, because it would just be blamed on me, okay? I did it. They'll say that the other person did nothing. It was all me. And I'm like, how in the world can I create this mess by myself? I can't. So, me being the good best friend that I am, there was a boy who was in my class, 10th grade. He was in my class. And he ended up liking me. I did not like him. He was in the behavior class. He like, not even just that. He was too aggressive for me, okay? I didn't want somebody beating on me and whatever the freak. So that was my thoughts then. I'm like, I'm too crazy for that. You better leave me alone. So I wasn't attracted to him at all. I wasn't rude about it. I just didn't want to talk to him. So a few weeks later, month later or whatever, here goes my best friend. And she's like, oh, he want to talk to me. Can I talk to him? I'm like, bro, I'm like, you my best friend. I'm like, you want to talk to him? That's you. So I end up talking to my other best friend, who I knew since 5th grade. And she like, Queen, didn't he used to like you? I said, yeah, but I ain't like him. She said, it doesn't matter. She said, that is your best friend. Why is she even interested in talking to a dude that liked you? She said, that don't seem right. I said, yeah. So I looked past it. I'm like, that's my BFF. Bump the dude. So she started talking to him. The whole time, this dude is trying to turn my friend against me. Yes. And He started trying to make her jealous of me by saying little things on the low, and then saying he's playing. And then one day we were outside walking together and he touches my butt. And I'm like, hold up now. And I cuss him out and I tell her, I'm like, get him before I get him. She starts play fighting with him. I went in the house and left him right there. Anytime he come over after that, because he always want to start an argument with me, I would leave and go to the house every time. Because I'm like, that's my best friend. I don't have to put up with you. I'll go to the house. So fast forward this. First time I fell out with her, it was because her boyfriend, this dude who used to like me, he said um that I was gonna cuss him out. And I'm like, yeah, if he says something to me, he had a class with me again. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna cuss him out. And so she comes in the class, oh, you said something to him. And so we go back and forth. I'm like, you better get out my face. So we get on the bus. She wasn't really in my face, but I'm like, you better go ahead. So we get on the bus and it hurt me because I'm like, dang, I'm like, this is supposed to be my best friend. And I'm like, she putting this dude over me. Wow. And the whole time me knowing that he didn't even really like her. I knew his whole little scheme, but if I was to come out and tell her this, she would have been angry with me, right? So we get on the bus and she like, oh, I'm telling her what I'm gonna do to him because I'm mad. She like, oh, wait till we got out the bus. We got out the bus, nothing happens. We go in the house. I already knew that was gonna happen. We go in the house. So afterwards, someone convinces me to be friends with her again. Oh yeah, I remember it was a girl who was friends with her. I was cool with her, but she was mostly friends with her. And she called me, hey, y'all been friends too long, da 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 da. Next thing I know, my fake best friend come knocking on the door. And we walked to the park together. I didn't really want to go nowhere with her. It felt weird because I was so hurt by what she did to me. Nobody knew that. I didn't go around telling people, oh, I'm not friends with her no more. She did this, she did that. It wasn't nobody else's business. I'm just a private person, right? It's nobody else's business. Why would you include other people in on what's going on in your friendship if they are not your friend? So, second time we fall out. Second time we fell out. It's dark. And this dude knocks on my door. I'm thinking that he's somebody else. I walk outside to talk to him. Get there and it's him. I'm like, what the freak do you want? I'm like, what my friend at? What my friend? I'm calling her, trying to hit her up. Like, hey, why your boyfriend here? Like, where you at? Where are you? Why is he here knocking on my door? So he tried to bogart himself in there, and I'm not even gonna get into all that. But I did not want this dude. Okay, this dude tried to attack me. I did not want him. So he started off by asking me a question like, did she talk to one of your ex-boyfriends? Did she go there with? I'm like, bruh, I'm like, I don't know. This is something you should be asking her. Next morning, I get on the bus and she's there looking weird, crying, and not sitting in our assigned seat we sit in together. She's like, oh, did you tell him that I mess with somebody that you just talked to? I'm like, bro, do you hear how that sound? I'm like, bro, no. Like, why would you even ask me that? Yes, you did. So when somebody tell me, yes, you did, that's my trigger to fall back, okay? That's my trigger to fall back because when you think that you ask me a question you already know the answer to, you think you already know the answer to, I'm going to let you feel like you already know the answer to it, right? Because I have no time for explaining myself. The universe will speak louder, okay? The universe showed me who she was. That was the universe speaking. The universe was already speaking. So I sat down and I'm hurt because I'm like, you should have just stayed over there. Don't come Like when you came to my house the first time, we should just left each other alone. You come in or one walk to the park. We should have not been friends from the jump start. So the second time she had to make sure she makes me look bad, okay? And there was this one girl who went around. She had so many girls not liking me just because she didn't want to like me. I already knew she was jealous of me. And she only made other females jealous of me and hate me. But I always been a good hearted person. I always been a good person. I was a normal teenager that did normal teenage stuff, but I was a good person, okay? I'm a good person at heart. I am. Gosh, Lee. So, mm, yeah. So, anyway, God will show you. He'll show you who is for you and who isn't. So, this girl and me end up falling out. She had so many people trying to fight me, just to want to fight me. They like, oh, y'all ain't best friends no more. But I still had my other, two best friends that I had met when I was in fifth and sixth grade. And I'm like, I don't have to hang with you. And those friends were better to me than her. Like, they ended up being better friends than she was to me. And I was like, dang. I'm like, this girl done been my friend since kindergarten, and y'all been better friends to me, confident than she is. I'm like, wow. For real, one of my other friends, she stayed at the hospital with me when I had the baby because my mom wouldn't stay, okay? And so she stayed. Everything else was just crazy, okay? But she knew wasn't nobody staying there with me, so she stayed. That's a real friend, okay? That's a true friend. So, and I still love my two best friends to this day. Every friendship gonna have, disagreements, but you should be able to get through it. You love each other. And me and them two girls, we loved each other. So anyway, we didn't have no arguments, none of that. I'm not no drama person. I hate arguing. So anyway, when I fell out with this friend, it hurt me so bad because I was like, I did not say this to him about you. I'm like, this is crazy. Why would I even try to fight you? I couldn't even fight this girl. Everything was over. This girl got me suspended from school because she brought it to school. And then you have the assistant principal looking at me like, why did you bring this to school? I'm like, I didn't bring nothing to school. This girl is walking around starting stuff like why are you even talking to other people about our problems? That's like a relationship. You don't talk to other people about your problems because what? They just gonna pump it up. They gonna instigate. So I was like, okay, he said to me, I won't ever forget this day. Because let me remind you, he had a class with me. He had two classes with me. And he said to me, he said, okay. He said, since you and Meg ain't friends no more, I could talk to you. That was the girl name. I'm going to call her Megan Good, okay? Even though it's not Megan Good. I can't say Megan Good. I'm going to say Megan Goodwin. Megan Goody. Let's just say M, okay? M. Anyway, Mega. That's what we're gonna call this person, Mega. So Mega decided that she didn't want to be friends with me no more. I didn't want to be friends with her. So things calmed down a little bit after she had other people taunting me and all this stuff just because. And this went on for about a year. And she had people taunting me. It really, really hurted because I felt so alone. That was my best friend forever, right? And then she let this guy come in between us. I wouldn't have ever did that to her. So everything calms down. I move 3 years later. And then this girl flying down the road after me. Just came back from Lancaster, spending time with my grandma. It's 4th of July. She comes speeding up behind me. I'm like, what is wrong with this heifer? I get to the crib. She pulls up behind my car I'm talking about her again. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, you must want some kind of attention from me because I do not care about you, especially 3 years later. I've been forgot about you. This girl was delusional. I felt like she was trying to create a problem where there wasn't one. And when you have good people and you do what she did to me, you won't ever find a good friend like me again. Ever. But we went separate ways. And then I got older. I started becoming one with God. I started tapping into the universe. And the way the universe works is the universe leaves no problem unsolved, okay? Spirit told me, because I went into Walmart and she was just waving at me. I'm like, why is she speaking to me? So I look at her like she crazy. And I'm like, okay, I can't be like that in the spirit. Not if I'm for the Most High. I can't be like that. So I find her on Facebook and I contact her and I'm like, hey, I saw you waving, but I feel like we have no problem solved here. And you're waving at me. That's weird. And so she like, oh, I don't know what was wrong with me. I was young and dumb. Oh, you my best friend. Oh, don't let me tell my mom this. My mom, oh, you did this. What did I do to her? What I did? Nothing. And if they only knew I did nothing today, they would feel so awful. All I could do was cry and cry and cry because my best friend forever turned her back on me over a boy. A boy I didn't even want. And that's how he destroyed our friendship. Oh, now I can talk to you since y'all not friends no more. What? Mega, you hear this? What? She should have left that dude alone, bro. She should have left him alone. Because I ain't ever been a bad person. And he made her condemn me. Yeah. I feel like God showed her true ways. Because if it didn't happen with him, it would have happened sometime. She was the type of friend that would like to flirt with my boyfriends. And I'm like, that's my friend since kindergarten. She not going to do me wrong. Wrong. Don't be naive. Don't be stupid. Keep your eyes open at all times. Keep your eyes, all of them. All of them. Especially this one. Keep them open at all times. So, I don't even know if she'll ever get to see this. But I been apologized for anything I did to her. I don't care if it's something I remember, I don't remember. I told her I apologize to you for anything I ever did to you because I don't have bad intent. People always try to take it that way and they try to make me a bad person. But relationships take compromise. I don't care what kind of relationship you're in. It could be a friendship. It could be boyfriend, girlfriend relationship. It could be mother and daughter relationship, father and son. A relationship is a relationship. And I'm going to tell y'all something similar about all relationships. It takes compromising. Reciprocity. Reciprocity. Ugh, I always get that word so messed up. But it takes compromising. She didn't use discernment. And it made me sad. I stayed depressed for a little while. I started making even more wrong decisions in life because of what she did to me. She didn't even know what she did to me took a lot of effect on my life and it changed my life. People was already hating on me. And to have my BFF to go crazy over a boy and turn her back on me, it just made me look way worse. And she had nothing good to say about me. She started telling people that I said things about them that I had ever said. I'm not a gossiper, okay? She had people thinking I was gossiping about them and had people coming to me. She could have had people doing things to me. Like, I was a teenager, but I had to walk with all these knives on me. At 14, 15, I had to walk with all these knives. Pocket knife in my bra, pocket knife in my other bra, my socks, my pockets, my back pocket, everywhere. In my hair if I had to have it there. You know how you take the razor and put it in your mouth? I didn't like that. But I did that before because it was just that dangerous. Females did not like me. And other females had other females not liking me. But I was strong. I kept a smile on my face. And I got through and I graduated high school. I got the heck away from them people. At least I thought it did for a second. But God will show you who is for you and who's not for you. Imagine if this girl, if Mega would have been my friend today. Okay, she would have been doing the same old things because people do not change. Time do. We would have fell out one way or another. I would eventually spoke up about things she did, or we would have fell out one way or another because I am too loyal of a person for just anybody to be around me, okay? I am too loyal. Too loyal. That's why I tell my children today that friends are not friends, okay? They fake. A real friend gonna show you that they're a real friend. You're gonna see it in their actions, okay? They're not gonna be jealous of you either. They're gonna support you and be happy for you. So once I found peace with Mega, I was able to speak to her again. I was able to wave at her. And what God was showing is, you never did anything to her. Nothing. She said, I don't know what was wrong with me. I was young and dumb. Yeah. It had great effect on my life, though. Because my high school years, it sucked so bad. But I made the best out of it. Frenemies. That's what they are. Frenemies. Be careful who your right hand man is. Okay? So, I am Queen. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. And I just had to speak my truth so I could clear it all out. Use discernment because all friends are not friends. Ashe, ashe, ashe.